Assalamualaikum, good evening and salam madani to everyone at home watching this forum. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. I am your moderator Siti SUHAILA, and today's forum will focus on an increasingly important topic in urban development, which is sustainable housing design with a special focus on the 25/7 townships by Gamuda Land. Without further ado, I would like to invite our panelists to briefly introduce themselves and their areas of expertise.
Okay, thank you, Siti SUHAILA. My name is Nurul Faatihah, and I am Environmental Planning and Sustainability Analyst.
Hi everyone, I am ZULAIKHA with MUHTAR. I'll be your social expert today, sharing insights on creating sustainable housing.
Thank you, Suhaila, and hi, good evening everyone. My name is Nurul and I'm from Housing Development Officer.
Thank you to all our panelists for the introductions. We will now briefly touch on the reasoning behind the selection of 25/7 Township and its importance from the perspectives of environment, social, economy and planning governance. Environmentally, the township integrates sustainability through its natural assets, particularly the lake and the surrounding greenery, which support local biodiversity while enhancing environmental quality within the development. Socially, the township is designed for inclusivity with a strong focus on family living and aging in place. Elder-friendly housing features such as ground floor layouts and safety elements like panic buttons support the needs of elderly residents. Economically, 25/7 promotes affordability and accessibility through the provision of RSQ housing and free public transportation for residents, helping to reduce living costs and improve mobility. From a planning and governance perspective, the township reflects inclusive planning principles by catering not only to younger and working populations, but also to the elderly in line with national planning policies, including the DPN. To further understand these aspects in detail, we will now move on to the site-based interview with the developer from Gamuda Land, Mr. Ahmed.
Gamuda Land itself not only for 24/7. Okay, Gamuda Land itself memang kita ada sendiri polisi untuk ESG. In Gamuda for E tu, which is environmental, kita always emphasize on living in biodiversity. Proof adalah salah satu. Okay, looking at 24/7, apa benda yang yang environmental, yang biodiversity yang you guys boleh nampak? Yes, kita ada lake. Kita hidup dengan nature kan. Kita ada lake. And then kita punya lake pun is not using any what they call chlorine ke apa ke. It's a man-made, but it's a man-made in terms of kita korek, but after that we just leave it there. It is actually act as retention punya pond as well. So kalau kata hujan lebat, air akan pergi ke sini. Most of our house, except for high rise, semua kita provide dengan solar heater. Kita provide solar panel for water heater, so that when people want to use water heater dia, tak payah nak use you punya electricity, you can reduce your electricity whenever you nak mandi. Okay, when it comes to social, which is the community itself, the design of the building macam tu. But in terms of the concept itself, in 24/7, kalau you perasan, kita punya lake memang quite okay, quite normal. But kalau you tengok in deep, you boleh nampak we have access for those yang pakai wheelchair. Kita ada access yang pakai wheelchair, and kita ada kawasan yang mana sesuai untuk orang awam ataupun residen sendiri untuk pergi berjogging, pergi berjalan. That's why kita in Gamuda kita emphasizekan the social activity. Kita tak nak satu township yang mana orang balik rumah, masuk rumah tidur, kerja tidur. We want something that happening. So that's why kita create. Kalau you pergi cove, you pergi 24/7, you pergi garden, you're going to feel almost the similar vibes.
To promote healthy lifestyle.
Yes, it's to promote healthy lifestyle, and it's not far. Maksudnya kalau kata you nak pergi berjogging, tak payah nak jauh-jauh nak pergi. Dekat kawasan sini je you dah cukup. You dah boleh pergi dekat track sebelah sini. Kita dekat 24/7 we have tempat lake. In terms of social, kita provide that kind of environment untuk residents. Dia tak rasa ini rumah, setakat rumah je. Orang kata apa, it's not just a house, it's a home. That is what we are trying to portray whenever we build up our township. Here, kalau you perasan pun, kawasan kita semua kita punya design of the development semua dekat-dekat dengan kita punya facilities tadi. Semua berdekatan. Kejap lagi mungkin kita boleh bawa pergi pusing-pusing kejap. Then you can see how near to the facilities from the resident punya perspective. Memang dekat. Jadi kita nak encourage orang. And then some more for 24/7 kita ada a lot of activities. Contoh macam semalam kita ada event Rottweiler, anjing macam anjing polis. Yes, yang kali hitam tu. Yes, kita ada buat semalam dekat sini, kat belakang ni je kita buat. So those yang interested boleh datang tengok. We have events. Our events is almost
Terbuka kepada semua.
Terbuka pada semua, and almost sebulan sekali akan ada event. And just to let you know, every year kita akan buat survey. Kita akan buat survey, we send to all of our purchases. Regardless lah kau stay kat sini ke, kau tak stay kat sini ke, kita akan send to all. In terms of socials, we do a lot of things to encourage people to go out, not just to stay in. Because all this while kita selalu beli rumah, duduk dalam rumah. Kita tak nak orang duduk dalam rumah, kita nak orang keluar. As much as you can, especially those yang orang tua. During diorang punya younger punya stage, dah puas bekerja, hari-hari duduk dalam office. Now it's the time for you untuk go out. Jangan duduk dalam rumah. That is one of the things yang kita buat. Kita tak boleh nak fikir orang yang ada anak kecil saja. Kita kena fikir orang yang ada baby juga.
Betul.
So that's why kalau you pergi dekat kita punya kawasan luar, kan, you akan nampak there's a lot of ramps, accessible by strollers, accessible by wheelchairs. So kita tak nak limitkan benda tu, orang ni je boleh guna. This group of people saja yang guna, or this group of people saja yang boleh guna. Tak, kita nak try to be inclusive. Instead of exclusive, kita inclusive. Kita nak try to attract that can accommodate everyone. As to house itself, okay, when it comes to house itself, apa benda yang kita selalu nampak kalau kata enhancement towards the elder generations? Apa yang diorang perlukan? Kebiasaannya apa yang diorang perlukan?
Bagi saya bilik air lah kot. Bilik air yang perlukan.
So in terms of bilik air, apa yang you rasa diorang perlukan?
Luas, sebab
Dan juga laluan punya
tak boleh apa tu, ada macam kan selalu bilik air kan ada step tu tinggi kan.
There are a lot of kita punya. Okay, selain daripada tu lagi?
Tombol pintu.
Okay, tombol pintu in terms of
Handrail.
yes. Lagi?
Handrail.
And one good thing about 24/7, kenapa saya cakap is convenience, other than the shuttle service. Okay, biasa you cakap tadi yang kereta banyak. Orang banyak kereta pasal apa? You kata anak ramai. Anak ramai doesn't mean you have to ada banyak kereta. Yang buat jadi banyak kereta ialah bila tak ada public transport. Why they need to have 3 cars? Because of diorang tak ada accessible. Diorang tak ada access untuk pergi tempat. So that's why for mudah macam kat sini, kita buat shuttle service, we provide for free. We provide for free until when? Who knows? I pun tak tahu. So kita provide for free untuk pergi hantar ke mana, untuk siapa yang belajar kat Masah, dia hantar pergi Masah. Dia memang ada route dia lah. Dia akan pergi daripada sini, dia akan pergi kat depan Lazura, dia akan pergi dekat depan Lazura, lepas tu dia akan pergi kat depan Lucerne, after that baru dia akan keluar pergi ke Masah, after that dia akan pergi ke Putra Heights punya tu. So siapa yang daripada Masah naik kat Masah boleh pergi Putra Heights. Siapa yang daripada Putra Heights nanti, contoh kita ada 2 session, satu pagi dengan satu malam, satu petang. Why 2 session? Pasal itulah time orang nak pergi kerja dengan balik kerja. Every day except for Saturday and Sunday. It's only meant for residents. Kalau aku bagi semua orang, buat apa diorang nak beli rumah sini? We want to attract people to buy at our own.
Nak rasa servis beli rumah sini.
Correct. So these are the facilities that we serve, that we provide to the purchasers. Other than that, that's why kita ada mall. At least we provide some things that usable for everyone. Like contoh macam mall kita ada village grocer, kita ada optical punya kedai. The leasing team is the one that attract them to come in. Ni kita ni bathroom tiles. See, it's different. So it's meant for elderly juga untuk guna. We are using the highest quality product yang available in the market lah. As up to our knowledge, kita memang gunakan the best material yang kita ada. Number one, we take care of our material products. Even jangan cakap pasal kita punya material of the building itself, come to our kitchen hardware ataupun sinki, fittings, everything we are using high-end product because every time kita nak buat satu development, we have target market.
Betul.
Who is our target market?
T20.
Kalau kata T20, then means barang-barang dia pun kena T20 punya barang. Kalau your target market is B40, then barang-barang dia is good enough for B40. Doesn't mean barang tu tak bagus. The more features you have, the more you have the quality. The more our products yang kita guna ialah timber flooring, bawah ni kita ada membrane. Membrane tu some sort of like a sponge.
So dia
keras. The timber itself is keras.
Bawah
Tapi
dia tu ada
bawah dia
sponge.
ada sponge. So kalau jatuh dia ada a little bit of
Dia macam kurangkan impact jatuh.
So remember, whenever you buy a high-end product or better products, there's a certain of maintenance work that need to be done. Kita ada business development unit. Kalau kamu tahu, kita ada PMU, product management unit. Kita ada QU, quality punya unit. Rumah untuk orang tua tadi, contoh kena paling simple, lantai tiles. Instead of pakai normal tiles, we are using timber flooring. Why? Not only for aesthetic, it's for safety, energy consumption. Kita kurangkan, and then kita kurangkan during DLP, then we will covered by developer. After DLP, it need to be done by the owner himself. Friction that you have is good for your safety. However, you need to maintain more.
So masa nak beli rumah tu, kita boleh pilih what kind of...
No. This one is after development. Last tahun lepas tu, then they started to request to daripada duit collection yang tadi minta dekat rumah ni.
Ada collection apa-apa ke selain daripada maintenance?
Ada.
What is it?
Insurance
lagi?
Insurance, apa ni, cukai tanah. But nowadays, stratified properties, government, if I'm not mistaken, starting from 2018, they already get set. After this, cukai tanah dengan cukai pintu memang owner bayar. Cukai tanah tak perlu dibayar oleh management dah. Owner kena bayar direct dengan land office. Kita ada EV charger as well.
EV charger pun ada?
Yes, untuk dekat common area.
Common area bukan spesifik type rumah.
Untuk spesifik tak kena tarik kabel je lah. Tapi macam there is one phase dekat Cove, they call it as water lily, hardly the most expensive development dekat dalam Gamuda. One unit cost about 4 million paling minimum. That one rumah memang dah BYD punya charger. So you beli Tesla, you pasang.
257 tak ada lah.
257 it doesn't, kita tak provide point.
Okay.
But the entire infrastructure is already meant for that. Just that you nak kena tap daripada you punya the nearest you punya DB box. Gamuda earlier development is non-strata. Nowadays majority, almost 100% is all stratified. Landed ke atau high rise, semua stratified. Apa advantage dia berserata dengan tak berserata? Beza dia adalah kawasan you akan terjaga. Kalau kata non-strata, there is no government yang boleh menyuruh you bayar. Benda ni kita bagi tahu time kita nak jual rumah tu sendiri. Contoh macam Amber memang ada rumah selangor dalam tu. Tak banyak tapi ada. Maknanya a few of the units they treat as rumah selangor. Okay, there are certain punya development yang memang dalam plan, insyaAllah dekat sebelah water tank tu diorang akan buat rumah selangor. It's a townhouse. Memang the entire taman nanti akan ada rumah selangor. Because of the environment, we want to create our own environment. So Gamuda nak go for township purpose is because we want the vibe, we want to control the environment. Kita mau nak bagi orang merasa bila masuk, wow, this is Gamuda punya township. Kita boleh control dari segi kita punya landscape, kita boleh control dari segi kita punya facilities, kita boleh control dari segi kita punya community itself. So that's why we build up townships.
From an environmental perspective, could you explain how eco-friendly design and biodiversity are integrated in 257 Township based on Mr. Ahmed's sharing?
Thank you, Ms. SUHAILA, for the question. So, based on Mr. Ahmed's sharing, 257 integrate environmental sustainability through eco-friendly planning and biodiversity-focused design. The township adopts a living with nature approach, where development coexists with a natural ecosystem rather than displacing them, reflecting a co-diversity lifestyle. A key feature is the man-made lake, which function naturally without the needs for mechanical system or chemical treatment. Beyond its aesthetic value, the lake acts as a retention pond that support biodiversity, regulate microclimate, and enhance flood resilience. This approach has proven effective as 25/7 remain unaffected during major flood events in surrounding area. Overall, the integration of greenery, flora and fauna within a compact urban setting demonstrates how biodiversity conservation can be into everyday residential living rather than treated as a separate environmental component.
I see. So, from a housing and neighborhood design perspective, how does 25/7 support environmental sustainability?
Okay, thank you again, Ms. SUHAILA. So, from a housing and neighborhood design perspective, 25/7 apply climate responsive strategies to improve energy efficiency and living comfort. Residential units use light color, low toxicity material to reduce heat absorption and improve indoor environmental quality. Timber flooring is used instead of tile, which help lower indoor temperature and reduce energy demand for cooling, while also improving safety and comfort for elderly residents. At the infrastructure level, selected high-rise building incorporate solar panel for water heating and electric vehicle. Charging facilities are provided to support low carbon mobility. In addition, the close proximity between home, green spaces and facility encourage walking and outdoor activities, reducing dependence on vehicle. Collectively, these strategies reflect an environmentally responsible housing and neighborhood design approach. Okay, in terms of environmental performance, 25/7 offers several clear advantages. The integration of a natural lake as both an ecological feature and retention pond enhance flood resilience while supporting biodiversity. Climate responsive housing design, the use of low toxicity and materials, solar water heating and EV charging facilities further reduce energy consumption and support low carbon living. Okay, however, there are also limitations. Biodiversity-oriented features require long-term environmental management and consistent maintenance to ensure water quality and ecological balance. In addition, the use of higher quality and environmental friendly materials may increase initial development costs, which could affect affordability if not carefully managed. As a benchmark, 25/7 demonstrate how sustainable environmental strategies can be embedded within a compact urban township rather than applied as isolated green feature compared to conventional development that rely heavily on engineered drainage system and limited green spaces. 25/7 adopt a more nature-based and integrated approach, while larger development like Bermuda Curve operate at a broader ecological scale. 25 shows that similar environmental principles can be effectively adapted to a smaller urban context, making it a relevant reference for future sustainable housing development in Malaysia.
Thank you, Ms. Faatihah, for your insight. So now, Ms. Farah, as someone who understands social in sustainable housing design, do you agree that this township of 25/7 offered what social in sustainable housing should have?
Yes, they do. 25/7 is a place for the community. 25/7 is centered around connected community living with a collection of interconnected places and spaces for fun. With a collection of interconnected places and spaces for fun, culinary experience, shopping, entertainment, living, and most importantly, personal connection. 25/7 also do have these three aspects as they offer inclusive design for all people, good connectivity and linkages to the facilities, and yes, events for the community too to create the social life between residents. They portray all three social aspects which are livable, inclusive design and community in a township 25/7 as Mr. Ahmad shared earlier.
So, can you elaborate more on the three aspects of social which are livable, inclusive design and community?
A livable environment supports comfort, safety and everyday convenience. The housing is designed with access to nature, walkable path and nearby service to reduce stress and improve quality of life. where planned open space, good connectivity and easy access to transportation will help all the residents carry out daily activities smoothly and comfortably. Inclusive design ensures the housing works for all people by ages and abilities. Family-oriented spaces such as playgrounds, safe pedestrian roads, shared courtyard and flexible living areas support children, parents and elderly residents. A barrier-free access and proximity to essential service make the environment welcoming and usable for everyone. For in 25/7, they not only apply inclusive design outside the house, but also provide universal design in-house. They do have units that provide aging facilities in the toilet such as well-mounted shower seat, grab rails and more. Furthermore, for the communities, the design encourages social interaction and a strong sense of belonging. Shared spaces like gardens, community areas and open courtyards provide opportunities for residents to meet, interact and support one another. By placing communal facilities within walking distance and improving connectivity, the housing fosters an active, connected and resilient community for everyone.
That is a very good insights from you, Ms. Farah. Thank you. So how about you, Ms. Syafina? Given your background in housing development, how does Gamuda Land balance sustainable housing design with financial feasibility in 25/7, particularly in terms of unit pricing, incentives and long-term affordability?
Thank you to our moderator for your question just now. So, in 25/7, Gamuda Land balance sustainability and financial feasibility by incorporating green design from the planning stage, such as efficient building orientation, natural ventilation, shared green space, and energy-saving materials like timber flooring, and chemical-free biopaint. So this feature reduce long-term operational costs while keeping unit price competitive. So the development offer a range of housing types, including semi-detached house, superlink landed houses, high-rise unit like Amber Resident 5 to 1,000 square feet, for semi-detached 3,000 until 3,700 square feet. And for commercial unit around 2 million. So these variety ensure affordability for different buyers. So based on current price, a household would typically need a minimum monthly income of 7,500 until 30,000 to purchase a landed unit comfortably.
I see. Thank you very much, Ms. Syafina. So, how do sustainable housing strategies in 25/7 benefit homeowners in terms of long-term cost savings, property value growth, buyer demand, and resale potential?
Thank you for your question, moderator. So, sustainable features in 25/7 help homeowners save costs through lower energy and maintenance expenses. And safety and accessibility are also prioritized with features like timber flooring to reduce fall impact, emergency button in bedroom, smart locks, and also they have solar water heaters, as well as amenities like EV charging, OKU parking, and free shuttle services. So these features are also increase property value and market appeal. Homes with a green design and well-maintained township facilities attract more buyers and have stronger resale potential, ensuring that homeowners' investment remains secure and sustainable over time.
So I just want to add on. From a governance standpoint, the adoption of energy-efficient design features plays a key role in reducing carbon emissions. And according to the United Nations Environment Programme, the building and construction sector accounts for approximately 37% of global energy-related carbon emissions, with household energy use, particularly air conditioning, being a major contributor in tropical countries like Malaysia. So in France, 25/7 incorporates planning strategies that reduce reliance on mechanical cooling through better layout planning, greenery and neighborhood design, supporting lower energy consumption and long-term environmental sustainability. Additionally, as a strata-based development, Gamuda Land maintains integrated control over planning and management. This allows the developer to shape the environment holistically, from preserving greenery and enhancing biodiversity, to ensure inclusivity and delivering an eco-friendly neighborhood that aligns with sustainable development goals and national planning policies. So to conclude, the 25/7 townships show how sustainability can be part of everyday living rather than something added on as an extra feature. So the development blends nature, housing and community in a way that supports long-term environmental health, comfortable living and social connection. And overall, 25/7 demonstrates that with good planning and strong governance, a township can be environmentally responsible, socially inclusive, and economically sustainable, making it a meaningful reference for future housing developments in Malaysia. Any additions from panelists?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Suhaila, for having us.
And I think and I hope all our sharing is benefits to everyone and to our discussion today.
Thank you very much.